Welcome. I am Shag Welland, and I am your host of a trip down Stoner Drive. Today we are at Earth Day Festival on Cannabis Row in Balboa Park in San Diego. It's great. We are surrounded by weed, great companies, great food. And so today we are interviewing different brands and companies and letting them tell you about their story and how they got started. Right now I have Trevor with EcoLab Pigs.
EcoPig Labs.
EcoPig Labs, my bad. So you want to just tell us a little bit what your company does?
Yeah, of course. So my name is Trevor, and I started EcoPig Labs back last year. This pretty much all started from me wanting to grow good weed, and that pretty much turned into me starting to use the chemical fertilizers, the big bottles with the salts, and I really wasn't satisfied with that over time. I noticed a harshness and a dissatisfaction with the product and what I was growing, and I started doing some research on natural methods and other things that I could use to remedy my garden that wouldn't be as expensive and would provide my garden with healthier, natural blooms that had a higher nutritional value, whereas in supermarkets nowadays, most of our nutritional value is lost in our fruits and vegetables. So I started doing some research and came across this method called Korean natural farming, which is pretty much a combination of principles that was developed back in the 60s in South Korea, at the time where the government was very influencing the people to only use chemical pesticides for their crops and pretty much supplying the people with poison to eat. And there was a guy by the name of Master Cho who came up with this Korean natural farming principles, and he started turning all sorts of fruits and veggies into water-soluble plant nutrients while reducing waste all over at the same time. So I've taken my own methods and derivations of that and created some recipes that I think you guys will like in your garden for fruits, veggies, cannabis, and more.
Awesome. Well, what is some of the main ingredients in yours, or how did you also come up with using those ingredients?
Okay, so some of the main ingredients in some of our liquid mixes right now are aloe. Aloe is a corner piece that has some great growth hormone regulators as well as enzymes to get your seeds started, just general plant growth and development help, as well as just some amino acids as well. And then we do have papaya, which has great papain, and that actually does help break down the amino acid profiles of different fruits and vegetables and make them readily available for your plants to consume at the soil level.
And how old are you again?
I am 20 years old, and I started all this in late senior year of high school. I figured out college was not for me.
God, I love that though, dude. Like the ingenuity, the creativity, just like going out and doing all this research on your own. I mean, dude, I'm 28 and I just started my company, and you're 20 and starting your own company. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the passion. So obviously with growing and stuff, part of your growing, you did say cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been consuming?
So I've been consuming since, I want to say, June of 2020, about right when I graduated. It was coronavirus time, and I was in high school and not much else to do, and it was a way out, so I just decided it was something I really liked, so it kind of developed this whole passion from there.
So were you studying the growing habits and stuff with other plants before cannabis, or was cannabis the first one you started using it?
So cannabis was like the real first one I did start to do like my own personal research into because of my background interest involving it. However, I did take some AP biology classes and stuff like that in high school, which I wish I would have paid a little more attention with, because there's things that are coming back to me nowadays that I realize are very useful that I learned.
Nice. Well, that is what. So what is a way for people to find you, to get your product?
Yeah, so you can visit us at EcoPigLabs.com, or you can follow us on Instagram at EcoPigLabs. We also do natural garden consulting for anyone in the San Diego area. We do general garden maintenance. If you have any problem plants, pests, we can work out a plan, something like that for you guys. And we will come equipped with a backpack sprayer ready to tackle everything in a timely manner. And we're also trying to work on some community building, getting people that have extra produce that they have grown on their own properties and trading it for plant nutrients so we can lower the prices of our products and give our products to more people.
Well, I love that. Well, besides growing cannabis, what's some of your other favorite plants to grow?
Well, I love growing tomatoes, some classic like heirloom tomatoes, as well as some hot peppers. I usually have some mice get into the peppers, but what I can manage to salvage from there, I'll hit with some humic acid and make them extra hot and spicy.
Nice, I love that. Any other events coming up that you're going to be at or try to represent?
Not at the moment, but we will be working with the Farmers Cup coming up towards the end of the year to start supplying home growers with some of our nutrient samples.
I absolutely love that. I mean, Farmer Cup, I love that they're integrating, not just the companies, but also local people as well, not just distributions, dispensaries, things like that. So
yeah, and the guys over at Farmers Cup have been really helpful for community building and networking relationships like that.
Well, is there any advice you would give to people or anything you want to just say to the people?
Any advice? I would say focus more on feeding the soil instead of the plant. If you focus on feeding the plant too much, you'll never end up with the results that feeding the soil will give you.
Awesome, man. And then if you just want to tell them one more time how to find you.
Yeah, and you can visit us on EcoPigLabs.com or on Instagram at EcoPigLabs.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Trevor. We will have Trevor on again, more in the video sense as well as the audio. I can't wait to have you on, but I appreciate for hopping on for a couple minutes.
Thank you for having me out.